welcome to my channel. I'm Rin, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. And boy, do I have a lot of stuff to show you this time. So I've got this whole schedule. I've got all this stuff planned out. I have got, you can see a little bit of it, but I've got a bunch of project bags, so many things. Before I get into all that, let's see. Part 11 of my Kingdom Hearts stitch along came out. So I'll put that up there. I also have released a few Doctor Who patterns. So I've released cross stitch patterns of the opening title cards for the first and second Doctors. And I'm gonna try to be releasing more of those throughout the year. So if that is interesting to you, then you should check out my Ko-Fi page. Let's see, anything else I need to mention? Oh, very exciting. Crafty Gaming Jamie, she mentioned my stitch along on her last Flosstube video, so that was pretty exciting. Yay. And if anybody is over here from her channel, she saw the pattern, welcome, and welcome to anybody else, of course. This is not a very big channel here, but you know, we have fun. Okay. Pop culture moment, or pop culture of the month. I've been really into 90s supernatural teen books. I read a lot of these when I was younger. One of my favorite authors was L.J. Smith, so I've gone back and read a few of her series, Forbidden Game and The Secret Circle, and then I just got started on some Christopher Pike books, The Last Vampire in those, and I don't know why. It was just like, that was what I wanted to read. I still have all of my L.J. Smith books. I had to go buy the Christopher Pike ones because I don't have those anymore. And man, it is hard to track some of this stuff down because it's kind of old now. I don't want to think about it. Okay, before we get into showing you all my many whips, I don't usually do haul on here, but I have something really cool to show off. It makes me feel a little fancy. So Jasmine Custom Bags, she makes project bags and like purses and things and sells them on Instagram. She started a club where you could get a Disney villain project bag every other month for this year. And somehow, I don't know, I've never gotten one for bags before because I can never manage to catch it at the right time to like get stuff. But somehow I saw the post right after she posted it and I signed up on the Google form, and she was limiting it to like 15 people. And I was like, I can't believe I got in this like super awesome thing. But it's so cute. I got the one for January last month. And so she put things in it. Before I show you the bag, it's these little scissors, black and white. Maybe that'll give you a clue as to the villain. There's this little Mickey Mouse needle minder. And some floss drops. I'm not going to show you the picture just yet, but I'll just show you that in a second once I show you the bag. Ta-da! So it's Cruella de Vil. Yeah. And she embroidered a quote on the back. There's this cool like little pocket here. And of course, you know, some fabulous puppy print interior fabric. And look at these zipper pulls. They're little paw prints. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? So good. So yes, this is what the floss drops that she sent looked like. But yeah, it's an amazing bag. It's so great. Oh, and you can see it has on there, stitch on there, Cruella. So if you can get your hands on some of her bags, I definitely recommend it. I don't know if she's gonna open more spots up for that or not. You just follow her on Instagram and hope for the best. I guess. Look, I'm all fancy and I have an exclusive thing. Oh. for once. Anyway, let's move on to WIPs, works in progress. So I'm not going to go into quite as much detail as I usually do. What I think I'm going to do is I have my little stitch diary for the month, which tells what I worked on and the number of stitches. So I'm going to put that up here for a few minutes so you can see. And then I've got written in red when I finish something. So I got like 4 things finished. The project that got the most stitches was my kid portrait, which was 2,747. And of course the Dark Queen got a lot, and my Snow White patterns. Yes, busy. The Outer Scouts got the least. I was just trying to get some work done on it. Just, as you can tell, I was working on a lot of things this month. I was very, very busy because I don't want to have to be looking at this and looking at things. I just want to show them off. And if I forget to say who did the pattern or anything like that, just send me a message and I can let you know. Try to be good about that. Okay, let's start off with the princesses. My big princess patterns. Oh, excuse me, feel a little sneezy. So this is one from Tilton Crafts, and so I'll put a picture up of what it will look like when it's done. This is going to be a pretty good size one. You can see that's where I've gotten so far. It's a lot of blue and a lot of white, so it doesn't really look like a whole lot yet, but I feel like that's pretty good for progress this month. I don't know if you'll be able to see because it's mostly white stitches, but her face will be right here. So hopefully I'll get more of that filled in and have more to show next time. It'll look a little more interesting, hopefully. All right, you get in there. Okay, I've got a chair over here to put stuff on because I got so many things, man, so many. Okay, so this next one is from Pain Free Crafts, and the artwork is by Star Masayume. I'll put that picture up there. So I'm not going to fold this whole thing out because it's pretty big, but I started up in the corner here, and you can see her bow I've made a good progress on, some of her hair, her eyes, so you can kind of see a face starting to come out here. Like if you really want to see how big this thing is. This is why I decided not to do all the white around the outside, because holy mackerel, man. I know, right? I know. Ha. She be big. She's not even the biggest one. It's so scary. Oh, sorry. If you couldn't hear that. That was a very loud zipper noise. Okay. Next is another one from Pain Free Crafts. Artist is Tim Shoemate. Put a picture of that up there. The pattern is called Them Apples. The other two, I think, were just both called, well, Winter Snow White is the Tilton one, and then Snow White is the other one. You can see I pretty much just did 2 colors, and there was like quite a lot of those. They're mostly the background color. Oh my gosh, the confetti on this one. Yeah, you can see this one is also raw bag. These are all on 18 count fabric, by the way, the Easy Grid. But yeah, you can see, like, it's only 2 colors, but man, it's just like, I think it's gonna look great. I think it's gonna look really great when I get done, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the confetti's gonna kill me. And of course, the fabulous project bag that matches. Okay, so this is the last of my big Snow White patterns. And this is from Dona Stitch on Etsy. And this one, I'm really loving how it's coming along. So this I worked on partially in January and partially in February, so you probably won't see this one again in my next video because I won't be working on it again this month. But I finished up the pink here, the purple all these blues, and I started on the apple. If I can keep up doing the amount I've been doing, I should be able to finish this by the end of the year. I mean, you can see it's pretty big, but it's not like insane, and it's not full coverage, so hopefully it's just, you know, hopefully I can keep to it. I gotta do about 3,200 stitches a month, which I've been averaging about 3,000, so here's hoping I can keep that up. Well, we'll hope for it. Okay, next up, this one is a Golden Girls pattern that I got off of Etsy, and I cannot recall the, oh, I don't have the edges serged on this fabric, the name of the shop, but I'll put it down here. I'll look that up, and I'll put a picture up there of what this will look like. So this is Golden Girls, and I worked on this in honor of Betty White's birthday that would have been in January. You see I made a little more progress on Blanche. I was hoping to finish her up this month, and it just didn't happen. I had so many other things going on, but hopefully the next time I pull this out, I can finish up. It's just this color filling in the rest of the way. So I did get a fair amount done on it. Just as you're beginning to figure out, I had a lot of projects I was working on this month. Like, you know, a few. Okay, next up is the Witchy Stitchers pattern, Supernatural Sal. So I did another little creature. I did the zombie. Isn't he great? And I gave him some sparkly etoile blood. So like some of the blood is just regular cotton, and then some of the blood sparkly, so some of it's old and some of it's fresh. So I'm making progress, but surely. I should have that finished in October, so that'll be nice to have this one and the Cryptids one done. I'm excited. Zip. Oh, don't fall off the chair. Don't fall off the chair. Okay. So this is when I started back in December. This is the Labyrinth Stitch Along by Geek Freak UK, I think, or something like that. But you can find them, and I'll put the right name down here. So I finished the lettering at the top. Huzzah! And I started on the ball because I'm going to just do the frame and then go through and do the little rooms afterwards. But I got the wording done, all the lettering at the top, Labyrinth. I did tweak it a little bit because I get that what they were trying to do with it and making it more like the lettering, but if it's not symmetrical, it bugs me. It really does. I can't help it. It's my own issue. Nothing to do with the pattern. That's my own problem. But yeah, it's cute. And this is a 16 count from Fabric Flair. The last one was 32 count, Vintage Country Mocha, I think. Yeah. And I can't really remember what the fabric is for the Golden Girls one because I just sort of dug that up out of my stuff. Okay, ooh, Dark Queen. Yes, so this is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I'm not going to bother to put a picture up because I don't have, of course, February's done, but I am caught up otherwise, other than this month. So I did this month, January section, which was this part down here. So all the greenery and wood and everything down there in the vines. And wow, it is looking good. I love it. So this month we're moving up here to do her torso and stuff. Ooh. Yeah, there's been some hefty sections these past couple months, so I'm kind of glad we're moving on to something that's not insanely huge. Oh, it's a job of work keeping up with that one. It is. I love it. I love the pattern. It's beautiful, but it is some work. Okay, next up is one we have not seen in quite some time. This is the Pixel Prime stitch along from last year, and I'm working on getting the frame done. I think last time I showed it was just like a little bit of this part here. So I got the door done and started the lettering up the top and did more of the frame. I think I'm going to go through and do color by color. So I'm going to do all the black, and then I'm going to start filling in the different grays and blues and stuff. And I'm hoping that will help me move along a little quicker if I'm not having to worry about color changing. And I'm just like plowing through each color at a time. We'll see. And of course, like the gridded fabric. But these things, what is my problem? Why do I have so many very, very large, monstrously huge things to work on? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. I can't tell you. All right. Okay. So this one did not get a lot of work. This one, I was hoping to get more done, but I got towards the end of the month. It just didn't happen. So this is Buds of May by Susan Bates. It's just on a 14 count Ada. And the last one was on 18 count Easy Grid. So I did, it's probably gonna be hard to tell, but I did some of these like really, really pale blue stitches down here, and that was really pretty much it. I was hoping to get more done. I was hoping to have this done before spring, but that's just not happening. I don't know. It's just, I haven't been in the mood to work on it as much. And now that spring's getting closer and I know I'm not really gonna finish it before spring, there's like even less motivation to get it done. It's a beautiful pattern. I love it. And it's the last one in the series. I'd love to get it done, but you know, sometimes your brain just doesn't want to cooperate with what you want to do. It's like, no, we're not doing that. No, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I did get a little work done on my pattern. Let's see, I told you the last pattern was Susan Bates. For the Outer Scouts, so I basically finished this color off in her hair, this turquoisey color, and that's pretty much all I got done this month. I would really love to finish up her square soon. I don't know when I'm going to get around to that, because I have a million and a half projects. So, come here. Okay, so a couple of new ones I started, which, of course, the Snow White ones, most of those were new too. But I don't know, if you've been following me for a while, I made some Hello Kitty patterns back in 2021, one each month, seasonal ones. So I'm working on the one for April. I'll put this up here. They're not in my Ko-Fi store anymore because I needed to make room for new patterns. If you ever see me stitching on one of them, working on one of them, and you would like to download it, just send me a message. I have the files. I can put up a listing for free. It's not a problem. So you can see, I just really didn't know what I was doing with pattern making back then, but I've got this ridiculous background. I'm sure you see the picture. There's just like tons and tons of this kind of like dark grayish blue whatever. The nice thing is if I can get sort of Hello Kitty's outline and stuff, I can just sort of fill in the background, and then it'll be an easy thing to stitch on, and I don't want to count stuff. So we'll see. Anyway, I've already done January and February, and Derek's also helping me stitch those too. He did March and July. So we've just, you know, got what, 8 more to go? Someday they'll all be done. Okay, the other new thing I started this month, I started a new Snow White pattern. This is from Pix Cross. I'll put a picture up there. And I think this is sort of based off of the little character portraits from Kingdom Hearts. But you can see I made a lot of progress on this month. I was only going to do, well, I started just doing her face in here, and then like her eyes looked creepy with no eyes in there, so I put her eyes in, and then I just started working on other stuff, and I had to kind of stop myself because I was like, I didn't really want to finish this month. I needed to work on other stuff, but I should be finishing this up in February because I'm pretty excited. That's why it's still in the Q-Snap, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna film a video and then I can go and finish it because I will have showed it off what I did in January. But she looks so cute, doesn't she? She's gonna look good. I think she's gonna look really good. So I can't wait to get this one done, and I should have that to show off to you next time. Hey! So that is all my whips, definitely, yeah. So I had 4 finishes, and I was going to fully finish 2 of them into small pillows, but I don't know what was with me this weekend. That's why my video didn't get done. I was just not in the mood, just didn't want to, being difficult. All right, so first up, we have another in my series of Bulbasaurs I'm doing from So Nerdy by Brie. And this is, I think it's called Feelin' Pine, yes. So it's really cute. It's got a tree on the back with the Staryu, one of them on there. Lots of cute shades of blue, like really just a lot of fun. And I've got this great, I think it's a fabric flare with snowflakes on it. So I really liked how that came out. Add a little interest to it than just being on a plain white. So she does have a New Year's one, but I don't know. I just really liked this one, and since I'd already done the like Santa Bulby, I was like, oh, I want to do this one too. It'll just be for January. It's fine. It doesn't look super Christmassy. It looks more wintry, right? Sure. Yeah, we're gonna say that. Okay, next one is I'm finally getting back to doing my Chrono Cross portraits. So I was working on Kid this month. I've been really excited to get to hers. I like her sassy character in the game. She's always just doing whatever she wants with her little knife. But yeah, she turned out really cute. I was excited to stitch her. I'm glad I took a break from these for a little while, but I'm glad to be getting back to them and getting more done. Because, you know, if I ever want to finish them, I have to work on them. Okay. And then I worked on one by the Stitchy Princess, and it's the Flower Fairy. Yes. So this one is really cute. It's just giving me all these like beautiful spring vibes. The little like, dragonflies and the little bugs and her little flower skirt and wings. It's just so cute. I love it. So this is going to go along with my other like seasonal ones I've done by her. I use that for spring. Okay, and I have finished, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have already seen this, but I have finished one of my Snow White patterns. Ah, my first one. It's so exciting. So this is by Abby Sue Designs, her Snow White figure, and it's so cute. The back stitching really just, it's perfect. It looks so great. I love it. I'm looking forward to doing more of these. They're just they're really lovely. They're quite lovely. Although sometimes it's hard after, you know, Infinity War and everything not to be like, oh no, she's just like dissolving, and no. Although owned by the same company. But just to put that aside, we won't think about that. Yes, my first princess project finish. Yay, a milestone. I should have my second one next month, and then who knows how long it'll be till another one, because even my less big patterns are going to take me some time. Okay, so you can see I have been working on a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put a picture up here of what my goals were for the month, and you can see I put little red checks by everything. So, of course, I wanted to start the Snow White patterns from Tilden Crafts and Star Mascume, which is from Pain Free Crafts, and the one from Pix Cross, also Them Apples, and the April Hello Kitty, which I did get all those started. And then I wanted to work on the Snow White pattern from Donut Stitch, Golden Girls, the Pixel Prime Style, Labyrinth Style, the Buds of May, Outer Scouts, Dark Queen, and Supernatural Sal. So I did work on all of those. And to finish, Feline Pine, the Flower Fairy kid portrait, and Abby Sue's Snow White figure. So yeah, I did it. I maybe didn't work on some of them as much as I was hoping to, but I worked on some of them more than I planned on it. So hey, you know, balances out, right? All right, let's go and look at my goals for February. Okay, so I want to start the Magic Potion Temperature Stitch Along by the, I think it's Teeny Weeny X Stitch. So I'm going to be working on, basically I'm going to be getting all of January done in February, so you know, always be kind of a month behind. I also want to start another Snow White Patterns. One's from Brooks Books. Sounds going to be fun. And then, of course, I'm going to be working on the Snow White Patterns from Tilton Crafts, the Star Masayume one, the Donut Stitch one, Them Apples, Dark Queen, the Labyrinth Sal, the Pixel Prime Sal, Buds of May, April Hello Kitty, and Supernatural Sal. And I also want to finish the Snow White pattern from Pix Cross, and I have a partial portrait to do this month. And I've also started something that I didn't intend to. I started the Farming Magic Sal from Flossie Fox Shop. I've been following her patterns and stuff, and I bought a number of them, and I keep meaning, I want to start one, but I got all these other things going on, and finally I kept seeing people working on this, and I was like, I cracked, and I started working on it. I've got a little cow. I'm not going to show that off right now because I'm just doing what I did in January, but you will see that in my next video. I don't think I'll be able to get caught up. Probably not, but maybe by the time it gets towards the end, we'll see. I'll work on it what I can. I've kind of set priorities for a lot of other things, and those have to come first because I'm trying to do that. But who knows? My brain might be like, no, work on the little baby cow and the flying pig and the chicken. It might, you know, it does that, whether I like it or not. Anyway, hopefully this video isn't too long compared to my other videos, but I did have a lot of things to show, as you could clearly see. So many things. But I pretty much met my goals this month, so I'm excited. And in January, so I'm hoping I can do as well in February. We will see. I did have to revise my goals a little bit. I was going to do a lot more on my big Snow White patterns, but I realized it's just like, it's a lot to do in a month, and try to get everything else done. January was sort of my test case to see if I could meet all these goals, and I did, but it didn't really give me time to do anything else. So I don't really want to be that pressured. So I'm still going to work on all those Snow White patterns. I'm just going to do less each month. Like, I had a goal of 2,500 on each one, except for the Donut Stitch one, which was going to do a little over 3,000 so I could get it done this year. But now I think I'm going to just do 1,000 each month on each of those. So I'm still making some pretty good progress, but I'm not just so overwhelmed with working on them, you know. Because I don't know what is wrong with me, but I went from being a monogamous stitcher to this. There's just projects everywhere, and this isn't even all of them. And so all you is everybody out there, you watching, it's your fault. It's your fault. I see all stitched and these next to me. I want to do that. I want to do that. And then I've got all these patterns I've made myself that I want to stitch them too. And it's like, I clearly need to never sleep. That would work out well, I'm sure. Anyway, so a little late this month, but I'm here. I kicked my own butt and made myself do it. And so I hope I will see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And, oh, I almost forgot. I started a Discord server. There's only like 3 people on there right now, and one of those is me. So if you're interested in that, so I don't have a link set up anywhere because the links usually expire with Discord, so I wasn't sure. So if you want to message me on Instagram or Facebook, or even put a comment down below, and I can probably get you a link somehow. So, to talk about my patterns, talk about other stuff, movies, TV, and everything, and maybe look for test stitchers for things that I'm working on coming out with, and maybe do video chats or something. So, because you want to talk to me because I'm so famous. All right. That's hilarious. But yeah, if you're on Discord and you would be interested in hanging out in my little corner of it, then just send me a message and I'll send you an invite and we can chat with like the 2 other people that think I'm cool. Which I greatly appreciate that, because if nobody had signed up, I would have been very sad. That's okay. I'm in other servers on there, so it's not like it's the only thing. But, you gotta start somewhere, right? Anyway, now I will finish up here, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day or evening, and I will see you soon. Bye.